What's up, you guys? Welcome back to a new video. We got a long one, so strap in, lads, boys and girls. We got a long video to talk about today. Um, what went wrong this week? This has been my worst week I've had in trading in a really long time, actually. So we're gonna talk about that. We have shout outs. We have a lot to talk about in terms of comments too. I've really enjoyed the comments and the encouragement, and also two people sharing their journey or their struggles too. So go ahead and check out the comments or the description box for timestamps. Should be on the video too, so go ahead and check that out as well for all of the things that we're going to talk about today. But yeah, let's start with why I have struggled this week. Honestly, I didn't even realize how bad this week was until I looked and I saw at the calendar, like, obviously this day is really terrible. But then you go to my funded accounts too. We'll talk about my loss that I took today as well. I mean, you combine these two calendars and it is abysmal. It is so bad. That's about over $8,000 lost in a single week. I mean, obviously this day is a complete outlier, but oh my goodness, like that is completely insane, right? So it's been a tough week. I've struggled so much, and I honestly just have a lot of thoughts, right? I think the first thought that comes to mind about why I've struggled is expectations. Expectations heading into a new year. It's the first full week of the year. And like I've said in previous videos, 2025 was my first full year trading. So I'm a beginner. And I ended the year profitable in the sense that I took more payouts than I paid for accounts, right? That's what it means to be profitable, at least when you're trading prop firms. And I wanted to come into this year with really good momentum, which I did, right? December was awesome. $3,000 in payouts, being able to follow my rules consistently for the last about month and a half, 2 months, and doing really well. I mean, I've really progressed as a trader. So what I really wanted to do this week was pass my 150K combine, have another funded account added to the books, right? Have much more drawdown because when you have $4,500 in drawdown, that's quite a lot. Where I can trade my normal size that I have been trading on 50Ks, but on the 150K and not feel as much pressure. So by wanting that, that actually added to the pressure of me wanting to pass, right? Or of me passing. And it just didn't go well. It didn't go well. It got to my head. The $9,000 profit target looked insurmountable because I've never done it before. Uh, um, and things just didn't go well whatsoever. I wanted to earn money for my family, my girlfriend. You know, uh, the big event, whenever you've been together with someone for a while and the guy ends up doing something that he's going to do in order for the woman to accept, is coming up, right? And she knows this, so it's not even like I'm trying to hide it. I'm trying to be discreet, but it doesn't make any sense because she knows it's coming, right? I'm gonna propose to her at some point. But I'm thinking about buying a ring. So it's like the money coming into that too. I wanted some extra money from payouts, right? So again, having the 150K combine would be awesome to have. So my mom's birthday was just yesterday. My dad's birthday was in November. One of the things that he said that he's always wanted to do was have a limo ride, right? For myself, I don't care about the cars, I don't care about the clothes. I just love food. Right? I love cheeseburgers. So I don't really care about that stuff, but my dad, he likes, having those kind of like nice fancy things. So that's something that I wanted to be able to provide for him. And that's something I was going to disguise in March for my birthday, like, oh, dad, I want to have a party. But in reality, it's a surprise birthday party for him and my mom to be able to go on the limo ride with all of their friends. So it's like I wanted a payout to be able to pay for that too. So again, the 150K combine would have been able to help with that. But obviously, we saw what happened. I also want to say too, trading a combine. or an eval. In Topstep's case, it's called a combine. Trading a combine is more, I guess I would say it's like it's different. It's different, and I wouldn't even say it's more difficult because obviously trading a funded account is way more difficult mentally. But like your mindset changes because whenever I trade, I never have a profit target. However long the commodity wants to go is however long it wants to go. Whether I'm long or short, whether I'm buying or I'm selling to open, it doesn't matter to me. If it decides to go much lower than I expected whenever I'm selling to open, then great, I make more money. If it doesn't, we usually are able to see it as it's happening, and then we're like, okay, cool, we're gonna close our position here because we got a good amount. But whenever you're trading a combine, it's like in order to move on to the funded stage, you have to get to the point where you actually hit that profit target. And of course, there's a consistency rule, right? So the day that I made $4,500 on my account here, the day that I did that, I actually could have made more. I could have made, I think, about $6,000. So that actually would have passed me on that day. But because of the consistency rule, that's as much as I could have made on that day, right? So it changes your mindset. It's like, even though on a day where I would actually end up making more, I can't. So because of that, now it's like you start becoming results based. You start becoming, okay, cool, like I need to make this amount. So even though, funny enough, I didn't say this, but I was actually only $200 away from passing this account on this day. I was $200 away and I didn't get it. I let it come back all the way because I wanted to hit $200. It was only, I think I only needed like one more point or one and a half more points. It didn't go there. It reversed on me, went back to break even, started heading lower. I got stopped out, and then we continued, right? And that's how the tilt ended up happening. So it changes your mindset whenever you want to trade combines versus when you're trading a funded account. Because a funded account, it's, yeah, you're trying to get 5 profitable days, but you're not looking at it like, oh, I need to make this amount of money. I need to get to the $3,000 profit target, $6,000, $9,000 profit target. You're not thinking about it like that. So it becomes difficult. It becomes harder, right? In that sense, but obviously trading a funded account is much more difficult. Work is also another aspect. This is more of an external thing rather than an internal thing, or at least external in the sense of it's not trading. But work has been crazy. I live in Florida, so usually this wintertime is always the busiest time. Being able to go to work, not be mentally drained from trading the night before, going into work in the morning, and you have so many people to see is sometimes very difficult. Because as a physical therapist for myself, working in the hospital, working in acute care, sometimes going into the ICU, working with patients that are medically complex, it becomes very difficult sometimes in terms of your decision making. The decisions that you have to make for people sometimes, it's like it can be life changing. Whenever you say to a patient, well, I don't think you're safe to go home, the last time that they were at their home could be the last time they ever were at home, right? And it's obviously the doctor's making the ultimate decision, but the doctor looks at our recommendations and what we say and they take it in high regard, right? So it's like essentially I'm making that decision for that patient, especially too if they're not in, if they don't have a good mentation, if they don't have the cognitive capacity to be able to make that for themselves. We have to do that, and we have to talk to family members, we talk to spouses all the time. It's tough, right? So this week, I mean, even today, I'm coming back home, I'm putting out this video late. It's because work has been so crazy. Our system has been down as well, so that's like I'm just thinking about it right now. I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's just been so crazy. And I still have to go into work tomorrow on Saturday, and it's going to be a crap show there too. So it becomes difficult, right? So all of these things add into what you're doing in trading, right? Even though it doesn't seem like it's affecting you in the moment, all of these things add into your mind state, your mindset, your mentality whenever you're trading, right? Because again, if you start shifting towards the results, the oriented process, it becomes so difficult to actually do the right things because now you're so focused on passing the account. Now you're so focused on hitting a profit target that you forget about the mentality that you had whenever you got to the stage of actually making payouts. So it is hard. It is hard. Another thing that I want to talk about is YouTube. YouTube as a whole. Now, obviously, I've made this channel for my own personal journal, right? I've made it to be able to talk about YouTube or be able to talk about my trades on YouTube and have it be my journal, which I honestly think is has been great. But now my YouTube journal, because it's public, people comment, people say things, and good or bad, that can get to your head. What do I mean by that? There are times where people's egos can be inflated because people are bigging them up so much, right? People are saying, okay, this is really good. Keep it up. Keep going. Like, reinvest your money, reinvest your payouts into buying more accounts, start copy trading, or you'll have negative comments saying, oh, like, you're not good. Your RR sucks. I remember getting that comment a few months back. I fixed it, I promise. Um, and sometimes it's constructive criticism as well, right? And a lot of times I really do believe that people mean well. I really do believe that people really want the best for you and people are invested into you because of the fact that they want you to succeed. They want you to do well, right? It's like whenever I see people on YouTube myself, and I see traders like, I don't know, Brandon Trades, Two Wheel, One Lens, like even just like people on here, I'm just talking about like Sammy, DGen Rehab, Casinator Trades, like just all these people on here, Trades with Jess. Like I see these people and I want them to do well. These people inspire me. These people are awesome, right? And I believe they're all real. They're all people like me trying to trade, just like how you guys watch me. And I hope that you believe I'm real. I hope that you believe that I'm not faking any of this. I'm pretty sure, like, if you see these losing days, and it's like, yeah, he's not faking it. He's actually being for real about it. Um, so I hope that you guys see that and not only are encouraged and inspired, but I hope that you guys learn too. So even though it's my own personal journal, it's like I want you guys to be able to take something from it, right? Like I think I got a comment from I forgot his name. His name was L something, and he was trying to say that uh he was trying to say that he thought that I had a mentality problem, and I forgot what else he was saying too. That he's been watching me the past month, and I have like some like a mentality issue and stuff. And I remember being like younger and watching like Steph Curry or watching like all these other people. Like my favorite rapper is Logic, and he gets a lot of hate sometimes for sure. But I remember saying to these, like to my friends or to my brother, like if I was in their position, like I wouldn't even really care what people are saying. Like I know what I'm doing. Like blah blah blah. So now I'm not saying that I'm as big as those guys. Clearly not. But now that I have a YouTube channel, now that people are watching, now that people are saying things, it's just one of those things where it's like, okay, you get comments, good and bad, and they affect you. I know what my issues are. I know that I've just had a couple bad days. That's literally it. If you go back, I mean, even look at my funded account, right? This is my main funded account. Go back, right, into December. Obviously, you don't have the other one because the other one was blown too, right? Just because of low drawdown, taking good trades, just blowing the account. But I mean, you look at my past P&L the last couple months, and you'll see that it's like you followed your rules every single time. Even on this day that you lost, you followed your rules. You did everything you're supposed to do. But the one time that you don't, people will come out and say that you have an issue, right? The 2 days that you don't follow your rules, the video that they decide to watch, or the few videos that they decide to watch, people will say that you have an issue. And that comes with the territory of YouTube, right? But that's also part of my issue as well, is that I just need to make sure that these things don't get to my head, that people's comments don't get into my head. Like before making this video, I think Black and White, he said it's a patience problem mostly. This is my first time reading it. So he said, just from this video, you said you can't trade well while being sick, but did it anyway instead of taking a day off and also chase profits and negate the loss. I'm gonna read the rest later. It's like, yeah, like I did trade while I was sick, but I've traded while I was sick before and I was completely fine, right? I had, you know, good days while I've been sick. I've been sick, a few times this in 2025 anyway, and they were all fine days. So it this is just one outlier, but at the same time people don't see that. And I also want to say too, like I think we have to realize that we're all human beings. We all have days like this where you just completely blow up for whatever reason. I've already listed a myriad of reasons about why I have not traded well this week, but I really want people to understand that when you see your favorite traders and they lose and they blow up and stuff, it doesn't mean that they're bad traders. It doesn't mean that, oh, they have an issue. Sometimes they do, right? But sometimes they just had a bad day. Don't we all have bad days? Don't we all go to work and we have a bad day at work, or things just don't go well, right? Or there's just so many external factors affecting us. Like today at work was absolutely insane. I wouldn't call it a bad day, but like these things happen, right? So I kind of really want everyone to be able to understand that too. Now, of course, like I'll get another comment like this in a few days' time, or in a week's time, or in a month's time, and I'm going to look at it, but I hope that as a practicing Stoic, I'm able to look at it and say, well, I'm the one who really knows the truth. As long as I'm being unbiased, right? It's kind of hard to be unbiased when it comes to yourself, but as long as you're being as unbiased as possible, taking constructive criticism, being able to understand what other people are saying too, but also understanding your perspective and where you're coming from. I think that's the most important thing, and obviously it's hard whenever you're on social media and you start seeing tons of people talking about like, wow, I won, or I bought this new car, or how I made $12,000 in 5 minutes. It's like you see that, and that ends up becoming the norm. That ends up becoming what most people see, because people never post their losses, especially when they're struggling. Have you ever seen someone struggling consistently, especially as a beginner trader, struggling consistently to pass accounts, struggling consistently to make money? Have you ever seen that become the majority on YouTube or on Twitter or whatever the case may be, on Instagram? No. You see people making $9,000, $10,000, 100K in a year, whatever. That's what you see more of. There are people like myself who post their trading journey and who post the losses and who post that they haven't done well. But the people making the money, the people who are faking it even, right? Selling scam courses, those are the people that end up being more viewed, because people want that. People want to achieve that. And it's not until you're actually deep in the trenches that you understand that it's not that easy, and that you do have days like these, and that the people you see online aren't perfect, but they're portraying themselves to be perfect, right? And then you have people like myself and other traders who are posting their raw journeys, have days like this, and they're the ones who get criticism. Again, it's a part of the game. I'm not really here to complain. Maybe I am complaining a little bit and it sounds like I'm complaining, but I just want people to know that, that we're all human. We all have days like this. And we're gonna get better. We're gonna fix it. So how are we gonna do that? I really do want to do shout outs about a lot of this stuff too. So again, the timestamps in the description box. So check that out, because I'm talking about a lot of people who have commented, and I'm very grateful for you guys. So look out for that. But first thing that we got to do is we got to fix our confidence. So the trade that I actually took today, even though I lost again, um, I actually really liked it, right? Again, risking well, risking very well. Besides the outlier days, we've risked very well. We've done very well. Um, the account was only down to $972. Again, that's fine because we took a payout from it, so it's okay. But this actually gave me the confidence. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I actually know what I'm doing. I haven't forgotten how to trade, like I said in yesterday's video. I haven't forgotten. I know what I'm doing. So I need to be able to gain that confidence back. How can I do that? Well, I was speaking to someone in the comment section. I think her name is J. Cole the Barber. Pretty cool name. But it's like when you've had past success, you can easily go back, look at that past success, be like, that's what I did. I can do it again, and then replicate it in the future. I think that's probably the biggest way I can improve my confidence as of right now. I can also improve my confidence by understanding that we've received payouts before, we've passed accounts before, we've been funded multiple times before. So just having that belief system that you can do it makes it so much easier. I also think too, if you have a definitive edge and you know exactly that what to do and when to do it, that you can be confident that if you just follow your system, you're going to be profitable in the long run. So I think those are the things that I'm going to be focusing on this weekend in order to improve my confidence. So that's the first thing. Um, I also want to be able to continue to risk appropriately. Obviously, I think making sure that I'm not over leveraging, which again, this was an outlier week. For the most part, we have been doing a very good job of doing that. So I'm really not too worried about that, but whenever you enter a trade, especially after having a blow up day like that, there might be some anxiety, which I did have actually coming into today's trade. But once the trade was over and once I was in the trade, I knew what I was doing and I was like, okay, cool, I'm only risking this much, it's fine, right? So I think as long as we just stick to our rules, I think this can be summed up in just one phrase: stick to your rules. I think if you do that, then your confidence will come back. You'll be able to fix your issues and it'll get better. I still need to meditate. I need to, go back and read The Best Loser Wins as well. I think that can be a good jolt to the system in order for myself to be able to get better. But I think those are the things that we can do. For people who are beginners, now this is such a long video. Boogie, I have to respond to you. I'm about to, but Boogie said that a lot of people end up watching the videos to the end. So I know that this video is going on forever. We're already at 22 minutes, 23 minutes now, actually. But I still have a bit more to talk about. We still have shout outs to do as well. Um, one of the things that I was thinking about, and Alex actually said it in the Discord too, so I'll actually pull it up as well, is people think that it's so difficult to make it in trading. And they're right, it is. But it doesn't mean that you're not able to do it. So in the Discord, Coast was talking about like this video by Kara Nicole about why day trading is the biggest scam ever, right? And how people don't make it, and like 95 or 96, 97% of people don't make it, and blah, 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 right? But Alex had such a really good comment, and he said, yeah, the video heavily goes through the influencer course scam, which isn't wrong, but the business is doable, right? How doable just depends on the individual. It's in the realm of being a professional gambler slash poker player. There are people that become professionals. I mean, I made a living off playing blackjack for about 3 years, but I hit a streak of losses slash drawdown that made me second guess if I still wanted to pursue it, and went back to work due to the financial unknowns. I hate the whole I tried it myself and it didn't work attitude that most people have, including her. I wouldn't be in a touring band signed to a record label if I listened to everyone saying to me, hey, you'll fail in the music industry and most bands don't make it. I tried to form a band and we didn't get nowhere, so don't bother. And he's so right. Here, let me put the real talk on here. But he's so right. Like, guys, we can do it. Now, of course, it's only about 3 to 5% of us that can do it consistently, but become that 3 to 5%. Don't allow yourself, because of what people are saying about how hard it is, Don't allow yourself to not try. Now, of course, everyone's circumstances are different. There might be some people where legitimately trading is not for them and they should quit, right? But if you really do believe that this is your way out, like how I believe, and how a lot of people in the Discord believe, and how a lot of people who are watching this video believe, don't quit. Keep trying. Keep working hard. Keep trying to be consistent. Follow your rules. Don't tilt like me. But do those things. I can assure you that you will find success. Like I said, I think I said this in yesterday's video or 2 videos ago. I can't remember. But if I can do it, so can you. Because I'm just a normal bloke. Like I'm not some guy that has had a talent in trading. I have a prehistoric human brain, just like everyone else, right? The normal human brain is not conducive to trading well. It doesn't work. You have to rewire it so much to the point where you can uh, become a good trader. So if you guys are able to work as hard as you can at rewiring your brain, finding an edge and sticking to your rules, you're gonna make it in trading. You will. And it might take 2 years, it might take 5 years, it might take 1 year. You will make it. You will be profitable and you will become that part of the 3 to 5% who make it, right? So I just wanted to add that. All right, let's talk about shoutouts because we're finally here. Um, Vic, I'm sorry, we're going through a lot of these, so you got to go through the video and timestamp it, but it's fine. Shout out. So first, we're gonna start off with the good ones like we always do, right? In our Discord, we have Centurion highlights. So this is where we do our shout outs, but I also go through the YouTube videos as well and see what people are saying. So we have a few shout outs in terms of the positives, right? So PB took his fourth payout on his 150K XFA. So shouts out to PB. That's awesome. I really do hope that I'm able to get there. James the Fourth finished 2025 with 2 green months in a row, and he's looking to continue that in 2026. So hopefully, he's had a really good start to the year. Then also too in our Centurion highlights, we have Josh, who is actually on a practice account here, but he's getting more confidence, right? So he says strip back to practice with no emotion and W, which is a really good trade. So shouts out to Josh. Um, then we also have Edeng or Eric, who has been doing very well. You can see here, this is his um, funded account here, and he's actually on his way to getting his very first payout. Why did it zoom? What the heck? So that's so awesome. He's on a 10-day win streak as well. He took a really good trade here as well. He said, clean trading days on the account. Trading Stokely shouted me out because of the giveaway, might get my first payout soon. So if you guys don't know, I had a 500 subscriber giveaway. Eric was one of the winners. He actually got the account funded. That I didn't give him an account. I just gave him the money to buy an account. Um, and he got it funded, and now he's really close to getting his first payout. So that is so cool. Really awesome stuff. Now I want to talk about some of the comments in the comment section that people are struggling, right? Because again, like I was saying earlier, it's two sides to trading. There's winning and losing, right? But I always talk about it's how you lose, it's how you win. Winning isn't always good, losing isn't always bad, right? But everyone struggles, including myself, as you've seen this week. So Tim Ye East recently took a loss this week. Katya89 is now working on keeping strict rules, which is really awesome, really good for him. Jolo Ortiz, he commented in encouragement for me and said that he went on tilt this week and he's trying to find his way back. So, guys, keep it going, keep working hard, bounce back from those losses, keep your strict rules, and just know that your confidence will come back. We also have Evan Sweeting and his brother blue accounts on the crazy day. That was the day that I tilted. So hopefully you guys are able to bounce back. I don't know why it's not showing up. I guess it disconnected. Classic Topstep. RQ Rara blew her account this week as well, and she was very encouraging. So I hope she bounces back. RJ Palola working on his is working on his mentality, right, on his mindset, and he's doing the best that he can to not rush the funded stage because he's a good trader. He can get funded, but he rushes to try to get payouts. and that's something that he's working on. So RJ, keep working on it, keep going, man. Wardy, 7742 is also working on gaining his confidence back, not rushing the process and living to fight another day. Um, so I really hope that Wardy is able to do that. We also have J. Cole the Barber, who I spoke about earlier too. She had 3 losing days back to back to back after having 3 losing days in total in December. So obviously there's going to be like questioning of like, what am I doing? How am I doing it? Is there a way that I can improve and get better? So hopefully she's able to bounce back too. And Alex, iBane's guy, or Alex in the Discord, blew his account. And he actually went through this whole thing talking about how he blew his account, you know, his tendencies to blow accounts on range days, right? So I really do love Alex for being able to share that. Um, but also too showing again, like I was saying too, the frustration, the real side of trading, being able to understand that this stuff happens, you know? So please, like, again, be kind to your fellow traders. But yeah, it's like this stuff happens, guys. Like, let's not act like we're perfect and everyone should be perfect and everyone should not have tilt days or blow or not blow their rules because or blow their accounts because this stuff happens to every single one of us. But like I've said in previous videos over and over and over again, the most important thing is not allowing this to consistently happen to you. If you are allowing this to consistently happen to you, if you're constantly breaking your rules time after time after time, then you're never going to be profitable, right? If it happens, let's say to me, it happened in January, I hope that this doesn't happen again until March or April. In fact, I don't want it to happen again ever, but I know that's not the case because I'm human. So I hope that this doesn't happen next week. I hope that this doesn't happen next month. I hope that there's some time that passes before this inevitably will happen again, right? So that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to learn from. And I really do hope that you guys that I've mentioned, good and bad, are able to bounce back from this. Okay, video's almost done. 32 minutes in, and we haven't done a trade recap. We will do a trade recap now very quickly. Honestly, the price action was kind of crap, and I really don't even blame myself for anything that I did today, right? So, coming in, this was Thursday night on gold, right? We are in a downtrend for the current session. Overall, though, we are kind of bullish, but again, we always go off the current session here. We'll even come here, turn on our executions as well. So hopefully, actually, I just realized it's not working. So I think Topstep's doing their classic thing. So we'll just come through here. So this is what I'm looking at when I'm entering the market. And what we're going to do is look and see. So right now, we're looking for us to get to VWAP, right, in order to short. But what ends up happening is that we get this double bottom down here, and then we have a straight V recovery up. So at this point here, as we're having this V recovery up, I'm looking to see how we respond at VWAP, at prior day value area high, but we did not respond at all to the downside. In fact, we just continued straight up. So at this point, guess what happens? My bias switches. That is the correct call. My bias should switch at this point. You look here, I've always said if I'm ever unsure, we go with the longer term trend. The longer term trend at this point is bullish. We are switching bullish bias here, and you'll even see on the 5 minute how good we look, right? Clearly look really good. On the 15, same thing, right? So we're looking good, we're heading up, we're looking for a pullback down and for us to continue higher. Prior day value area high is a really significant level. VWAP is also a really significant level as well, right? So that's what we're looking for. At this point here, we're not really getting a full pullback, right? We're kind of dangling around here. So you'll see where I add, and I can't believe I added on this candle because it really did feel like the market is against me. It was this candle right here I added. When I added, It was a full body green candle. The volume was increasing. You could see how high the volume was in comparison to the rest of them. So I added, right? I added pretty close to the top. And with about 15 seconds to go, right? You're thinking it's going to continue higher. The volume is increasing. We're about to break out. Boom, it drops all the way down. So that was the first warning sign that this wasn't going to work, right? We start climbing higher. You'll see here, we start climbing higher here. I don't know how I ever remember these because this happened almost 24 hours ago. And I'm still able to remember what happened. So we start climbing here. We added on this one as well because again, increase in volume, full body green candle, looking good. Of course, we were near current session value area high, but again, that doesn't mean anything to me if the trend is bullish and we still have some areas to sweep, liquidity sweeps, which I don't really trade ICT, but I do believe in that concept, right? So right here at about 490 or 493.7, that would be the aim, right? But instead, what happens is we continue lower and then you'll see here we come down. So we end up getting stopped out because I put my stop down here at 471, and we end up getting stopped out on that candle right here. So honestly, not a bad trade. You'll see here how the price action goes too. I'm literally on the 1 minute and you'll see how long it's dragging along, right? Usually 12:30 we start getting some increased volume. So I actually don't know what happens here. Let's see what happens. So 12:30 end up bouncing back up, right? And then it consolidates again, consolidates. I mean, at this point, yeah. So that's what we were looking for. It didn't happen. It came back down, stopped us out, and then continued higher after the fact. So, you know, it was a choppy a trading day. It was a range day too. Kind of hard to anticipate that before that happened, but it is what it is. So, yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys, that is it for um that is it for the video. That's all I got. I know it's been a lot. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. So I really appreciate you guys for watching. Boogie says that he watches everything. So Boogie, I appreciate you for watching this far. I appreciate anyone for watching this far. This has been an extremely long video. I really do appreciate you guys so much. I know I talked about a lot. I was yapping. But I hope that you guys understand what I'm saying in terms of like where I'm coming from, my feelings, what caused this week to be absolutely horrible for me, how we're planning to bounce back, but also too how we're human, right? I'm human, you're human, we're all human. These things happen, and it's just up to us to be able to respond to it well and bounce back, which is exactly what we're gonna do. So yeah, hopefully you guys are doing well. Hopefully you guys are trading well. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys so much. Again, thank you for everyone subscribing, liking the videos, commenting. I never ask for that stuff, but you guys still do it, and I appreciate you guys so much for that. And yeah, keep trading stoically.